Welcome to another presentation of Gentex Multimedia, streaming live to your device from beautiful Brisbane of Australia. And it's wonderful to have your company on this 12th day of November 2020 as we ease towards the weekend. The weather out there is looking very good, but let's take a very quick look at the weather today with Dilraj.
Brisbane area is mostly sunny with no chance of rain. Light winds becoming northeasterly 20 to 30 km per hour in the middle of the day, tending to become northerly 15 to 20 km in the late evening. Fire danger is high, sun protection is recommended till 20 past 3 and UV index is predicted to reach 11, that is extreme. Till tomorrow, stay safe and have a good day.
And thank you very much for that, Dilraj. It's wonderful to have your company. Well, right now, let's move on with the show because we've got quite a lot to get through today. First up, let's take a look at the headlines and the top stories for today.
Staffer is claiming she was bullied in 2 ministerial offices before falling victim to what she's termed a fake redundancy process. Rochelle Miller has lodged a formal complaint with the Department of Finance, alleging she was belittled and sidelined while working in the offices of Ministers Alan Tudge and Michaelia Cash. A spokesperson for Senator Cash has strenuously denied the allegations against the minister and her staff. Ms Miller told Four Corners she had a consensual affair with Alan Tudge. Mr Tudge says he's aware a complaint has been made. More than 18,000 residents in Sydney's northwest are being urged to get tested for COVID-19 after the discovery of virus fragments in local sewage. The virus was detected at 2 sewage pumping stations which service a number of suburbs, including North Kellyville and Rouse Hill. New South Wales Health is urging residents to be on the lookout for coronavirus symptoms. For the first time, the United States has reported more than 200,000 new coronavirus infections in a single day. It comes as Britain recorded a bleak milestone in its battle with coronavirus as the official death toll passed 50,000. The number of people killed by COVID-19 is only higher in the United States, Brazil, India and Mexico.
So there you are, that's a news update. That's the news update for this morning. It's been wonderful to see, that the coronavirus cases are being under control in some countries, but some countries, especially in Europe, it is again not very good. The news that came out of India this morning in our session, our information was that yes, the numbers are pretty high there, but that is a big country with a very populous country, I must say as well. So what's happening there is the ratios they're looking at, the number of people and the number of cases is dependent on that, and of course the number of recoveries as well, and the control and new cases. So when they're based around that and everything, they'll say it's not looking too bad. But if you just gauge it by numbers only, then of course it is not looking very good because the numbers are still very high. Well, yesterday, as I mentioned, was the Remembrance Day, and we all did our little bit to do the remembrance things. But this year I missed going out to the ceremony because it was a very small affair with very few invited guests only. But every year, as we know, we are always at the Remembrance Shrine. So here's a scene of the remembrance things that happened in US, and of course President Trump with his wife Melania were there. They did not wear the mask, but of course Joe Biden, president-elect, in a different ceremony, did wear the mask.
All just right shoulder off.
And right now, let's take a very quick look at our Remembrance Day, which took place in Canberra. Of course, we had the footage of the one here in Brisbane as well.
COVID-19 ensured this Remembrance Day would be like no other. Usually the Australian War Memorial is packed with thousands. Today it was a modest crowd, just 200 strong.
So long as that commemoration is meaningful, frankly, it doesn't matter how we do it.
From national leaders and veterans to bereaved families for whom every day is about remembering those lost.
So every day you remember?
Yes, always in my prayers, so.
In Flanders fields.
It might have been invite only, but it didn't stop some members of the public from turning up.
No, just wanted to be here. We're not local, so it was lovely to actually be part of this.
Just do it every year for Remembrance Day, Remembrance Day. It's just something special, I think.
The sacrifice that people did, like giving, which is totally outside our generation. They have never been able to even understand what that would be like.
Wars and pandemics have one very stark thing in common. They do not discriminate by race, gender or by age.
Corporal Dan Kieran says for him, today was about those of his mates who didn't make it home from Afghanistan. He was awarded the VC for his service there, then lent it to the War Memorial. But today, he asked for it back.
Today is the first day that I've worn my original medals, so I have pulled them out of the Australian War Memorial and today I'm wearing them for the first time. I've never done that before.
With the War Memorial planning a $500 million expansion in coming years, it hopes to see a return to mass gatherings here as soon as the health of the nation allows. Craig Allen, ABC News, Canberra.
Senan Fentiman, who is the very good friend of the multicultural community, is of course taking on the role of Attorney General Women. And if we just go back to the first slide, of course, is Anastasia Palaszczuk as the Premier, and Stephen Miles as the Deputy Premier, and Cameron Rigg as the Treasurer, and of course he'll be looking after the investment portfolio as well. And when we came on to the next one is Yvette Dart for Health, and Mick De Bruyne, Energy and Public Works, and Senan Fentiman looking after the Attorney General's role and Women's one. And next up, Sterling Hatchcliffe, who was the Multicultural Minister, takes on tourism and sports. And of course, Leanne Enoch, a very hard-working person, I must say, of course, and she has now taken on communities and arts, and I think that's a portfolio which is very well matched to her, what she needs to do out there. And Di Farmer, employment and training, as we now she has been working together with the domestic violence and worked very closely with the White Ribbon as well. And the next lot is Craig Crawford, who will be looking after seniors and disability services, and Scott Stewart is in charge of resources, and new Megan Scallon will be looking after environment and size. Of course, he happens to be one of the youngest in the cabinet. Well, the next three whom I'm going to introduce are very close friends of our community, and they are none other than Leanne Leonard. Congratulations, Leanne, on taking on multicultural affairs. So she will be our minister, and of course she's also looking after children. She's worked very closely with us on the Banyo Diwali and many functions that we put together in the north side of Brisbane. So she's very well known to the local community there. Next one is Grace, Minister Grace, and of course needs no introduction at all because she has been a local face for a very long time. So she takes on education. And Mark Bailey, of course, experienced, and I'm glad that he is still, he'll in transport. So wonderful. Congratulations to everyone in there. And of course, Mark Ryan is still keeping on the police ministry because he has been the minister for police for a while, and he knows the ropes there and well respected in that arena as well. And of course, he will also be looking after the emergency, and a very long standing and hard-working, he has been a senator before, is Mark Fenner. And he has got a very, portfolio which really suits his, is agriculture and rural. So that is, very befitting of him. And he too is a White Ribbon ambassador, and he does a lot of work in that field, in that space, and always supports White Ribbon. Last but not the least, Glenn Butcher, regional development and water resources, which is again a very important portfolio, as I've mentioned. So ladies and gentlemen, as promised, that's the cabinet as announced. So it's wonderful that we can see basically all familiar faces there. This, it's not that, oh my God, we got to now get to know this person or that person. Basically, when we look at all the cabinet, the Queensland cabinet, I think the Premier's done a wonderful job of allocating the portfolios to the rightful candidates who will do wonderful job in those field and that arena. Well, so now that you are up to date on Australian Indian Radio, and as I said before, that today we do a follow-up of our interview series that we have been doing. And with that, so I'd like to welcome on the show Tanvi from Oz India Travel, and of course we know that she has been updating us on a lot of information about how to get to India or from India to Australia, all under the current circumstances. Of course, we've been doing this weekly update because rules change on a weekly basis. The charter flights change from the weekly basis, and she has given us a lot of information in the last 4 weeks on what flights we can take to and from Australia and vice versa. So let's go to that show.
These are the updates which we received. So please, for all up-to-date information, check the government website, official websites, or you can call us as well. And yeah, we'll definitely come back to you with a lot of other information in coming weeks as well.
Well, wonderful. And you have given us a lot of information in the last 4 weeks of about flights that could go from Australia to India and vice versa. But right now, what's the main update for this week? What's been happening?
Okay, so before we start, Umeshji, I would also like to inform to all our listeners that we don't operate any flight directly. So we have partnered with all the charter companies and airlines in Australia and got all the options for you. So in one word, you can say we are a one-stop shop for you. We can book you anything available in market. And we keep changing our offerings as well based on the experiences we have with different operators. So we would highly recommend you all to check before you book. Just not go and book with anyone, because you have to remember one thing: if you're booking the charter flights, the whole amount is non-refundable. So if you're giving the deposit or you're giving the full amount, it's all non-refundable. But if you have anything, you want to travel anytime, you can always call us. We can help you as well. Is this week amazing? Luckily, I got another update this morning on my table. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. That's from Emirates. So you guys must have heard in last few interviews that we said Emirates getting cancelled, not really recommending that much. But I'm proud to say today, seems the people from Brisbane, you have good option from Emirates. They have reintroduced something called Dubai Connect. So if you don't know what Dubai Connect, that means they have got you some more bonuses within the package. So all bookings or tickets existing on you will be qualified for eligibility and from today itself. You can Dubai Connect bookings will be accepted from for travel from Saturday the 14th, so just in 2 days. Today is 12th, which is amazing. I'll just go through the key points with you as well. I'm sure I even receive a lot of calls every day from many of you that tell us about Emirates because they are directly flying from Brisbane. So the minimum transit time for first class, business class, economy class passengers, it should be minimum 10 hours to get this benefit of this particular thing. Then best available connection logic means the best available connections we have from Australia via Dubai to India. And there are some flights who are code sharing with Emirates, that's called FZ. And they all are flying from same terminal, Terminal 3, so don't worry about it. Now, what is including in this package? I think that's quite interesting. Probably many of you are very interested in that because previously everyone was paying for hotel out of pocket. Per room was anywhere from $260 to $290. Even if you're taking breakfast or anything else, it was going up to $390, which was really expensive. But now, if you're eligible in this particular package, then they can give you hotel accommodation within this package for passengers who meet the eligibility criteria and are transiting through Dubai for at least 10 hours till maximum 24 hours. So good news here is the flights which you have from Brisbane. So those who are going to Ahmedabad, you have a transit around 17 hours, and for other sectors like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, other places, they are mostly 22 hours, which means you should come in this particular category. Now, if a UAE visa on arrival for those passengers that require visa to enter UAE, so that is also there. Transport between the hotel and the airport and vice versa is also available in this package if you are planning to have whenever you want to have a holiday in Dubai. And also they had planning to give you one meal, so there are so many things covered in that, guys. I'm really happy to tell you. And if you want to book it, feel free to call us, and wherever you want to call, or Emirates, they'll be definitely happy to help you, Messi.
That's wonderful news, and it is good news, as you have mentioned, that Dubai Connect, well, people might not know, but now they know. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us. So what flight options do we have from Brisbane now?
Okay, so amazing. As I already mentioned, Emirates, definitely Emirates is there. So those who want to have, who can go with the longer hauls, they can think of it. And I would say parents especially, amazing, because for parents, it's not easy to actually recheck in again and again. So if your parents are going, especially those who are going to Ahmedabad, or those who needs to take at least one connection, not going to Delhi or Bangalore, it's definitely a good option for you. And Emirates is giving you luggage 30+7 throughout, which means you can check in at Brisbane and you get luggage at your final destination. For example, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, whichever one you're taking, and the fare starts from $1,095. Option 2, for those who are going to Delhi or Bangalore, or those who want to go early as possible, then you have option via Sydney or Melbourne. Majority of flights we have are going via Melbourne. And if you want to go with the standard luggage, you can go with $1,495 per person package flight. And the earliest you can have in this one is from 20th of November. And we have pretty much 1 or 2 flights a week up till 15th of January, guys.
So that's wonderful. That's quite a lot of options that you have from Brisbane. Well, of course, we can't leave the Sydney guys away as well. So, if you're planning on traveling from Sydney, what would be your options, and what options do they have?
So amazing. Right now from Sydney, there are only 2 flights scheduled so far. So first is 15 December, Sydney to Bangalore, and 15 January, Sydney to Bangalore. These are the only ones which are already confirmed. But we are expecting actually a few more flights to come. So I had meeting with charter companies yesterday, and they said maybe 4th of December or 15th of December, there'll be 2-3 more flights should come. So once a week from Sydney to Delhi. Is also in plan. And once again, we can connect all Australian cities to all domestic cities in India in any of these flights.
Wow, wow. That's pretty good. So, things are starting to happen. And of course, we have seen the easing of restrictions in Victoria and Melbourne. Last time we were talking in our last episode, you talked about Melbourne being very lucky. So what is the status of flights from there?
I would still say they are lucky. There are some more flights introduced, all from Melbourne. Sorry, I keep talking a lot about Brisbane, so that's how it comes. But yeah, Melbourne guys, you are still lucky. So there are a lot of flights from even 20th November onwards. In fact, 19th November, I got direct flight Melbourne to Amritsar. Still got few seats left. And then there are the flights up till 17th January. Pretty much 1 or 2 flights directly from Melbourne to Delhi or Bangalore. 1 to Amritsar for Melbourne guys. So yeah, you guys are once again definitely lucky.
Well, there you go. We can't leave the Melburnians out. So there you go. They've got lots and options. And by the looks of it, they seem to have a fairly good selection of, the flights as well. Well, we are coming on to the holidays, so, a lot of people would be looking at, traveling locally. So, what's the update on domestic flights?
So domestic flight wise, they all are operating amazingly. So we have at least 1-2 flights a day from Brisbane to Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, Perth, all these destinations. And this week, even Jetstar, just yesterday, they have announced another flight from Avalon to Sydney that will take off again from 18th of December. So you guys are covered if you want to have your holidays there during Christmas. And marking the first time its services has operated from airport. So close to 9 months, they were not operating. So now they're going to start, but they are going to start the booking as well. And fare is really cheap, guys. They're starting from $71 onwards per person. So yeah, you are covered in that. And there are some more flights coming from Virgin Australia and Qantas as well. So domestic flights are really doing well right now, Mesh.
So domestic flights happening again, which is very good. And even with the border restrictions easing, that will make it even easier.
Yeah.
And any update from people who have been stuck in India and wanting to come back maybe for Christmas? So any updates from India to Australia flights?
So nothing really new flight launched. I think Air India is planning to have some. So once again, we would recommend everyone to register yourself with the Australian High Commission in Delhi. So you get regular updates, because they are basically selecting people themselves based on the reasons you have given, and register yourself with the Indian High Commission as well. But yeah, there is nothing which we can book, but yeah, keep checking, because things are getting better, and we got some updates as well that maybe in January there'll be a lot more flights, or you might have some charter options as well if this the cap thing lift off, because right now if we bring the charters to Australia, I think just hardly 30 to 50 passenger you can bring, which becomes very, very costly. Not everyone can afford. So yeah, just register yourself with the FAT and Indian High Commission, and you should be able to get the updates. And you can keep checking our page as well for any regular updates for flights from India to Australia. Amazing.
Okay, thank you very much for that information. Well, of course, always check with DFAT and the High Commission. And of course, the quarantine requirements would be changing as well from time to time. So it is important that you are updated with that information too.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, it's not changed. From 8th of August till same. Those who are flying from Australia to India and India to Australia, it's pretty much same. But still, it's good to check if there is any new update for quarantine. Definitely, Mesh.
Okay, so once again, as we said before, that people are now coming onto the festive season, and you can feel it in the air. Parties have all started happening. So, can you tell us, good places that people from Brisbane and Queensland can think of traveling, during this festive season?
Umeshji, I would say I would definitely recommend everyone to go to Fraser Island. Luckily, guys, I lived in Fraser Island for around 18 months. I have really explored it very well. I was there definitely before. So it's a really amazing place. You can go for even weekend getaway just for 2 days, up till 7, 10 days, depending on the time you have. They have amazing camping sites. And even on our website, if you go azindiatravel.com.au, we have got some prepaid 3 days package as well for Fraser Island, which start from $499 per person. And they give you the camping sites, this amazing beautiful place near the beach. You get you have your own driver as well. 4-wheel drive is very important, and I would say please don't drive there, because I know some people got stuck. Like, it's very, very muddy, and your 4-wheel drive won't really be very nice. You have to clean a lot. So maybe it's good to take a package which is like I mentioned here, and they include you pretty much everything. So your accommodation, the sites they are taking you all around, and the 4-wheel driver. If you want to drive as well, sometimes drivers give you option in their own car. They train you for that, and they take you all the places. And the main places are Lake Mackenzie. That is really something, I would say, especially ladies out there. You don't have to do the spa, because Umesh, that Lake Mackenzie is like you're taking spa in open air. It's so amazing. The water is like, it's not salty. It's like a artificial beach, and you feel like, oh my God, you just don't want to come out of it, because just feel it's like a moisturizer or a spa thing happening. So that's amazing. They have 4 or 5 different amazing sites. So either you can take a full package, like I mentioned, 3-day package if you want. Otherwise, you can just go your own. So you can probably stay in Harvey Bay. That's where, there are so many different beaches. So there is a place called Urangan Pier. I used to live in the Cypress Street before, and that was just across the road from the beach. So I was literally just 1 minute away from the beach, Umesh, and I could just come out and just jump into the beach. That was amazing. So you can stay in Harvey Bay. It's not too costly. You can have some boutique style of hotel, or if you want to stay in lovely hotels, the big ones with a long, big swimming pool, you can do that as well. So you have all sort of options to stay. And you can take a day trips from Harvey Bay. So if you are check our website, we have a day trips as well. Day trips cost you somewhere $100 to $200 depending on the one you take. Other than that, so you can go Fraser Island for a few days and then stay in Harvey Bay. Check out all the nearby areas. So Harvey Bay got a botanical garden as well. Someone who loves kind of culture or nature kind of things. And guys who love drinking, I think maybe you do. They have there is a Bundaberg rum there as well, so which is just 1 hour away. You can just go and do tasting, and they'll show you so many amazing demonstrations are also there. So you can spend a whole day nicely in Bundaberg. And also nearby Harvey Bay, there are so many other things. I would say basically it's a chill out kind of family, tour you can have. Maybe you can just hire a car. I just got a call from someone said, we are 4 friends. We want to have a big car or like a big van kind of thing. We want to take it. So guys, anything, if you are a couple or if you are with small kids, or if you are a family, like with parents, or you want to go with your friends, any one of you can think of this holiday. It's very close to us. It's hardly 350 kilometers from Brisbane, if I talk about, and it's hardly 4 to 5 hours drive from here. So even you can go in the morning, maybe Saturday or Friday night, and you can come back Sunday night, or you can spend more days. So definitely highly recommended for you to check out Fraser Island, amazing, and nearby areas.
Well, you've got my appetite whet already, especially Fraser Island, and that's beautiful. It's one of our favorite spots when we do go out. We go in 2 4-wheel drives, me and my son, and the family kept there because, we are quite experienced with the 4-wheel drives, and we always have quite a few challenge. My son always says, I always look in the rear vision mirror, and I say, you always there. He said he's worried about, whether I'll keep up with him or not. So I said, we have learned a few tricks down the way. And when you talked about Bundaberg, well, nothing beats a Bundy and Coke. So that is wonderful. Some very good tips that you have got there. So, people planning to go out and something like that. So what tips do you have for people?
So, I would say, guys, very careful. Just check what documents you have. You don't have to confuse or be worried about it. Just as long as you have all the documents, that's great. Look, whenever you're thinking of booking, just think of the reliable person who has the knowledge about it. Just don't go blindly that your friends told that or someone else went and whatever their circumstances are, because your can be totally different. These days are not same like it used to be. The COVID situation is quite different. So it's better you ask the professional for a guide based on your circumstances. If you're flying to India, I would like to emphasize that again, please register yourself. The day you are flying from Australia, just register yourself with Australian High Commission so you get the regular updates. If your visa is going to expire, guys, so if your parents are here and their visa going to expire, for example, 20th of December. So please don't wait till 10th or 15th December that you will book that time. Or even if you are booking now, don't book them on 18th of December while their visa is expiring 20th December. Because guys, things may change. As you can understand, the things are not regular like it used to be. So always give little space, some time to yourself as well. And try to book their flights at least 7 to 10 days before and book them as soon as possible as well, so you don't have the last minute stress so that you have to rush and book them in. So yeah, I would say just stay calm and look for the professionals. We are there to help you as well, and there's so many other amazing people who can help you. And once again, like I always mention, I'll mention here, guys, doesn't matter what you have booked with us or not, we are there with you to help you. Definitely, if you book with someone else, we have a limited rights that we can intervene in your particular case, but we can always guide you that what should be the direction, what should be the steps, what you need to do. So guys, once again, we are together in this and we are always there to help you, and feel free to contact us. And if you want to contact us, you can call our hotline, which is 040-440-3264, or the local number in Brisbane is 0738115084. We have a local number in Sydney and Melbourne as well. Or you can jump on our Facebook page where I am generally there. You get reply very fast. That is Oz India Travel. Or you can jump on our website as well, which is www.ozindiatravel.com.au. And we have an option where you can click on the call back option. So you don't have to call, we'll call you back. Or you can fill the form and, we'll go from there. So guys, once again, thank you very much for listening to us on Australian Indian Radio. And yeah, feel free to call us if you have any information, if you need anything from us.
Thank you very much, Tanvi, and especially reaching out and helping people who have not even booked through your agency. As you mentioned, you will have limited things that you can do with the ticketing because it's been booked with someone, but advice you can give. So that is wonderful. It is a good, very good. I'd say it's a community service that's being provided.
And we don't charge anything for it, guys. We don't have to worry that you wish to come with us, we're gonna charge you. We don't charge anything at all for that.
And those numbers are listed there. So contact Tanvi if you have any of these queries, and be safe. Make sure and be safe and be prepared. And one of the things that you said there, Tanvi, I really liked is don't leave it for too late. Always allow enough of time. And always be prepared. And as you mentioned before, there are certain things that people don't think about and they just book and want to go, is that you need to have all your documents. And the one point that you made in the previous episodes was money, that, you have to also look at, okay, if you need to, spend money, well, locally might be a different case, but if you're traveling and especially overseas and whatever where you're going, be prepared that you might not have access to an ATM or things like that. So be prepared. So wonderful. Thank you so much for providing all this information.
Yeah, thank you so much, Umesh. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Stay safe, guys.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that wonderful update there was from Tanvi, and it is wonderful to see that the service that she's providing out there to the community. and it is always good to see that community spirit. Well, right now I'll just quickly talk about Brisbane Indian Times. As we know, the current issue is already out, and if you haven't received your copies yet, you will be able to go to the outlets and have a look. And so that's the front page, and of course, it's a full-on issue. There's quite a lot in there that needs to be said. It's a Diwali issue, so there's lots of Diwali wishes and all the goodies, and of course there's the Woolworths. And of course, we know that Woolworths is providing us with a very wonderful package, meaning that what you can do in terms of putting together, if you are putting together packages that you want to give to people, how do you go about that, and what do you include in that package, is something that they have put together for us, which we will look at in a minute. We will look at that with Charita. So Charita will explain to you all the things that is available at Woolies at this point in time, and some of the shopping ideas for Diwali.
Namaste everyone. Welcome to this exciting updates from Brisbane Indian Times and Australian Indian Radio. We are really excited to our upcoming Diwali edition, which is due to be published on 14th of November 2020 on the actual Diwali day. So here we are presenting a gift idea from Woolworths. So Woolworths has presented us with a gift box as a token of love and appreciation. So thank you Woolworths for this. So we would like to present this as a gift idea which you can use for your friends and families this Diwali. So let's see what's in the box. So first we have a card which says wishing you a very happy Diwali from Woolworths. And then our festival day starts with a cup of tea. So we have Red Label tea powder, which is very popular. And then we have savory foods like Haldiram's Chatpata Dal, and then Haldiram's Gujia Sev, which are like savory and very popular brands as well. And then we have another Bhujia packet here which says Ancient Grain Twist. We also have some sweet things like premium cookies, and then this comes in the sweet one. We also have Bicano premium Jeera cookies, and then we have the very popular Good Day biscuits as well in this packet. And no festival is complete, especially the Diwali, without the besan laddu. So we have Bicano besan laddus as well. What an amazing pack it is. And then we have Little Hearts, which is very popular back in India among the children as well. And then we have all-in-one Haldiram packet as well. So we also have samosas, we have Khatta Meetha packet, and then we have few decoration items which you can use during the puja or to decorate your house during Diwali. And no festival is complete without firecrackers. So we have some sparkles as well, and then children will really enjoy using these sparkles. So this is a gift idea by Woolworths, and then you can use it, you can gift it to your family and friends this Diwali. So we'll be coming up again with many more updates. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned on this segment. Thank you.
And thank you very much for that update there, because as you can see, Woolworths has put together a lot in that box. That's one idea. There's many more things that are available that can go in bigger or smaller packs, but it's all available at Woolies, who are taking the stress out of your Diwali gift boxes. Well, right now it's time to take a commercial break, and with that we'd like to go to the ad from our sponsors, which is GlobeNet Realty.
GlobeNet Realty. GlobeNet Realty has been the longest established, trusted and respected agency in its trade area. Washa Chandra, Director of GlobeNet Realty, provides honest and ethical service to her customers. If you are thinking of investing in Brisbane real estate market, or if you are seeking professional property management, then you should contact Usha Chandra today on landline 3865 4466 or mobile 0419 775 416. And for further updates, log on to our website www.globenetralty.com.au. GlobeNet Realty is your own local real estate agency. Situated at Shop 52281 Sandgate Road, Boondall. GlobeNet Realty. Real estate is our world.
GlobeNet Realty, and remember that GlobeNet Realty brings to us, if you want to check the updates, it's yesterday's show. So on every Wednesday they bring to us all the latest update from the property trends and what's happening in the real estate scene and the real estate market. Well, coming on to Deepavali, here's a very special message from our very own His Excellency the High Commissioner for India in Australia.
Namaskar. I am indeed very happy to know that Brisbane Indian Times and Australian Indian Radio, one of the more popular media entities in Brisbane, have been serving the Australia-India community of Queensland since 2004. These are difficult times, and the media has an important role in bringing the community together and keeping its morale high. I am sure Brisbane Indian Times and Australian Indian Radio will continue to work towards promoting the well-being of the Australia-India community and strengthening ties between our two countries. I wish Brisbane India Times and Australian Indian Radio and all its subscribers a very happy Diwali. Dhanyavad, thank you.
And thank you very much for that wonderful message on this important festival of Diwali. And it's good to see that His Excellency the High Commissioner has recognized Australian Indian Radio and Brisbane Indian Times as leading media outlets here in Brisbane. Thank you very much for that. But ladies and gentlemen, right now let's go and take a look at some of the functions and events taking place here in Brisbane. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you are, up to date on the Australian Indian Radio, and it is wonderful to see that so many functions are now taking place. And of course, one of the big events that is being planned is FICQ's Diwali, and with that I'd like to welcome to the show Shyam Das, who is the president of FICQ. Shyamji, namaskar.
Namaskar. With great pleasure and delight, the Federation of Indian Communities brings to you Diwali 2020. It's a festival of lights, festival of peace, happiness and joy. Diwali symbolizes victory of good over bad. Due to COVID, we are live streaming the entire program. Come and join us virtually and celebrate the festival and bring brightness in everyone's life. Have a wonderful Diwali. May the coming year be full of happiness, prosperity and peace for everyone. Namaskar. Happy Diwali to everyone.
Namaskar and happy Diwali to you as well. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's been wonderful having your company. And as we know, today was quite a full-on show. As is every day, there's just so much to share with all of you. And it's wonderful to have your company. Always so good to see you on the show. And I hope that you've enjoyed the show. Of course, we do welcome all the feedback. As I've mentioned before, that our show is all live. So, it is when you present something live, there is always some technical glitches or things that might happen. I do appreciate your feedback in regards to that, and we try and do the best as we can. And don't forget that on Saturday, we have a very special program coming on here from 10 a.m. and that will be presented in Hindi. And I'm very, pleased to inform you all that Sargam Music is joining hands with us in presenting that show. So that will be on Saturday, a very special Diwali show from 10 a.m. right here on this channel, presented in Hindi. You'll get some live music, some singing, the dance, So it will be wonderful that you join in, and we'll bring in key messages from many people in the community. If you too would like your message to be included, please do contact us. Remember, we don't have too much time left, only today and tomorrow's left, because Saturday is when we go and present that Deepavali function. And of course, we are so happy that Sargam Music has come on board, Mithun Chakravarti and his family. So they will be presenting quite a few songs, especially for Deepavali, right from here, right from these studios. So until tomorrow, it's goodbye from me. Enjoy the rest of today, but most importantly, do remain safe.